Hello, so let's play more of this relaxing game that doesn't annoy us or cause any problems. Now remember, this mini boss is totally optional, you don't have to fight him. He's actually pretty hard to fight, and not only hard to fight, but he's annoying to fight. Sim Simply based on the fact that he has a lot of HP, and yeah, sometimes you just get hit by one of his wide swings. Also, that FPS drop is silly. But I guess his voice is so strong he scared us. Of course you're not going to fight him with all of those archers around, right? Right? Probably. Tingling. Of course the wolves are mostly a distraction. And if he gets up, he will use his sword. So at 50% HP, he will use his sword. So you don't want him to use his sword. If he uses his sword, he's very fast with some attacks, and he's also very cunning. So yeah, don't let him reach that phase of the sword. Otherwise, he gets the sword. It's just normal fight if you don't have the wolves. I don't think we're allowed to keep the wolves in here, so that's why you shouldn't really fight him in here. Besides, you only get 1000 runes, it's not even that big of a payoff. Considering just killing enemies will get you more. I have made some mistakes. Sometimes I wish not every enemy would be able to stagger you so easy, but I guess that's how the game is based. Remember that the Food Knights are actually a downgraded version of the Gothic Knights. These guys will be your main enemy for a very long time. Oh, we actually got the heavy crossbow. Nice. Very nice. Bolts. Well, I guess at the same time we had so many bolts and arrows. Okay, how do you aim this? Man, really, you have to watch a tutorial to be able to understand how to aim the bow. How to aim the crossbow. That's so silly. How am I supposed to remember how to use the crossbow? Huh. I don't think it will tell me in key bindings. Because it never does tell me. Pressing E. I have no idea how to aim the crossbow. That's so stupid. Okay, let's watch another guide on in the internet how to aim the crossbow in this game, because they don't tell you the tutorial when you get the item. They tell you much later. Press L on your bow and ready to fire. Well, that's aiming, really. Don't you get a reticle or something? That cannot be seriously all you can do with the bow to aim. Show me the tutorial for the crossbow then. Really, okay, let me read more about this because this is not useful at all. Okay, I guess you just have to lock on, and that's how it works. You lock onto an enemy and you fire your crossbow. A bit silly if you ask me, but I guess that's how the developers intend us to play it. We won't use the crossbow too much anyway, but I was expecting a little more out of it, you know, like actual aiming. Not locking onto the enemy and firing, but oh fuck, come on. You tell me the tutorial right now. Precise aiming. Left LB. What is LB? R. I guess the way you're supposed to do this is to look at the keyboard controls, I mean the controller controls, and then look at your keyboard. You guys are nothing. Okay, so let's see. So what counts as an LB on the controller? Left bumper? Okay, so it's guard. What about R for precise movement? What is the R? Move camera, change target. I guess that's really all you can do. Fire arrow type 1 or 2. I still haven't done... I'll have to look at the video. It's so annoying. It's... Also, we have passed the initial stages of the game where the game is annoying. By the way, I was already over here. I wanted to see what's next. Golden seed. So I explored a little bit. The golden seed is used to give you another flask. Another item will increase the healing you get with the flasks, so it's kind of like a balanced type of deal. I guess praise the sun. I love these little scenes where nothing seemingly happens, but something does happen. And I guess this is the part of the game where you can just relax a little bit and explore. I think I played a lot of hours in the game just trying to figure out what rhyme or reason this game has, but to be honest, the only reason I came up with, or the only logic to this game, is that it's not truly open world. It's pseudo open world. Because there are a lot of things that are not explained, and even if you get to the right place, you will not know what to do. I don't think these creatures will attack you, by the way. They're just friendly slugs or worms. You can also see them over here somewhere. Why are there open coffins. Well, I guess you can get a bit of a boost. Are you provoking me? Yeah, the fun part of the game. Okay, another golden rune and the ruin fragment from the destroyed little wormy. It's so slippery, the jumping. Sometimes it feels like you're jumping on a wet floor, a wet wooden floor. Really, that hit me so far away. I guess they're, well, they're like cannonballs. Yeah, that was a hole in the distance. Well, you know what they say, if it's in the distance, we don't need to investigate it. Why are you so violent, Mr. Beast? Sorry about the squeaking. I guess that's a lot of runes. What I like most about this area is that it's super windy. Yeah, that's the guy responsible for the howling. I will not chase him, at least not now. I mean, that is not a unique boss or a sub-boss. You can find a lot of those guys with the sword on their back. War Master Shack. Over here you find the little girl that is actually pretty scared. I picked up something from here. And let's speak with the War Master. So after you speak with the girl, she will be replaced by the War Master. At least that's what I think. Let's rest to replenish our mental stamina. Otherwise known as patience. Ah, that's not a bad looking armor.
Not seen you, but name's Bernahl. Let me ask, are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm despite the collapse of the...
Yeah.
Yes, you're a tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's any interest in bearing the torch of my battle art? All I know is the sword. Now's the time to pass them on.
I guess you can learn skills. Ash over no skill. What? No skill, that's an interesting skill. Wars, wait, what? Stamp, upward cut, impaling thrust, endure. Like I said, the only thing I hate about this is that they don't really tell you what does endure do. I don't know. Read the guide, maybe, I don't know. Work, I guess it's for extra parry.
Well, until we meet again.
I really don't want to attack him by accident, so that's why I left that area as soon as possible. I don't think you can put the lounge on him. Lounge. Determination Warstomp. Definitely want to put parry on the shield. Okay, let's read a little bit about what this does. Probably there is some kind of a guide or a spreadsheet somewhere detailing all of this. Okay, so it powers up your next attack. It probably tells the description, but I just don't see it when you put it on the skill. R, detailed view. I don't know, this is a mess. This is a complete mess and I'll never say it enough. Okay, back. So I cannot put the thrusting lunge, the impaling thrust, which has skin, which probably means it will deal a critical attack. Capable of thrusting, so I guess this is only for spears. Otherwise, doesn't show like it's a spear. Should be usable on the straight sword or on these things. Maybe you cannot put the Ashes of War on them. Okay, makes sense, more or less. Probably one of, the biggest thing about the game that people love is the mystery and the unknown, so I guess I cannot be too mad about it. Okay, from here on, the only possible location we can go is in the castle. I tried to explore a little bit on that side, but it's basically nothing. We can explore a little bit right now. So what about item crafting? What can I craft? Fire potions, they'll be very useful. Fire bombs actually for the next boss if we encounter him. I guess that's the strength, they have fire bombs. And huge terriers. Huh, I wonder where this little guy came from. Probably he died from one of the bombs. Oh, it's one of those elite knights, but this one doesn't have a spear, he has a sword. Which is just as bad, if not worse. Hey. I think the Dark Souls type of game, this type of deal is becoming kind of like the the Dungeons and Dragons type of RPG. Once you play one of them, you've played all of them, and I don't know, I don't understand why the developers don't want to improve the game. They just use the same silly mechanics as always. What counts as a silly mechanic in this case? The fact that you don't even see the attack of your enemy, and the fact that the attack of your enemy basically kills you. Like you don't even have an HP bar, like you're not even wearing heavy armor. Also, this is kind of like a mini boss of the terriers, since they usually come in smaller size. one of the few areas where we can actually summon the wolves. Release the hounds. Chain draped tabard. Wow, how many little dogs are there? Yeah, I think it will be super hard to get his sword, but this is definitely one of those areas I have to farm. Not much to loot. Exalted flesh. What does this do? Temporarily boosts physical attack. Okay. But more importantly, I see a chest over here, and someone will get stabbed in the back. But it's more like chopped in the back, to be honest. I don't know, sometimes it seems like if you kill people with a backstab or enemies with a backstab, they have more loot on them. Usually I never get more than one item. But when I do that, I can get 2 or 3 items, as you saw. It's the same but a little worse. I mean, the brush shield weighs 7 kilograms or 7 weight. But it's still pretty good. Huh. I actually saw the trap on the ground and I was wondering what is that. It's a sound trap. I guess it's not a good it's not a very good sound trap since you can only activate it from this side. Probably he died because of the dog. This pathway probably just leads to another giant.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Anyone?
Oh, it's this guy. You don't look evil or sinister.
I am Alexander, also known as the Iron. Please. Just give me a good and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all.
Well, I guess I should only hit him in the back. Triumphant delight.
Oh, that mighty. Well, I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
So what do you do?
Once again, pleasure is mine.
Warrior jar.
I am the warrior Jar. I journey to the east, where and beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid Wat. Upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle. I'd heard whispers, doesn't the notion... I'm heading to Redmane. I've heard there's...
Okay, so he's heading east or whatever. We'll go there as well. Yeah, I actually fight those monstrosities. It's not the first time I see them. It's not the first time I fight one of these weird octopus thingies. You can actually kill them, they're not so hard to kill, you just have to cut the tentacles in front of them and then you just attack from behind or something like that. Not very hard to kill, but I'm not sure if it's worth my time, so let's just go to the castle. Since that's the more interesting place to be. Oh, we're actually kind of far away from where we're supposed to go. And this is basically a lot of wilderness, so there will not be anything interesting for quite a bit. Just wolf jumping from the skies, nothing important. Sadly, I cannot open my map. One of the other things I don't like about the game, they give you a decent map, but at the same time they don't really give you enough time to use it. Can you explain to me what is wrong with my map that idiots, just idiots, the people who program. I'm starting to really doubt the IQ of the people who programmed this. I like the story. Well, not exactly the story, but the amazing feeling of the game. It really feels like there's something huge and wonderful over here. That destroyed bridge, where could have started? Where it could have? I guess it's between the castle and another castle. Pretty amazing though. There's a little house in here. What does the little house do? Oh, this is the stone mill shack.
And heading to Stormvale Castle. Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Well, that makes us two. But I don't have. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. I want to be like everyone else. I'm nothing but a crap.
Oh yeah, she's the one that is the scaredy cat. Looks like becoming one with the spider means a lot of terrible, terrible things. Okay, so that is the location I didn't visit. Oh, nice. I guess it's time to fight the regular army again, which is one of my favorite things to do in the game right now, because wow, FPS is not going to recover, is it? It's one of the few things you can reliably beat at this point. Most of my problems come from using the lock-on system. What was that? How can they stagger their attacks so perfectly? Yeah, they're so easy to kill, but at the same time, I don't know. Sometimes the enemies will attack each other and damage themselves, but apparently some of these guys... I don't know, if you go into the swamp area, if you fight the big crabs will actually attack one another. And they can kill each other very easy. Wow, this is... I can feel the wind in my face. This is because... Okay, so the FPS is somehow worse over here than it was before. Thank you, target lock, for getting me almost killed again. Oh yeah, let's use the bow, the crossbow. I think I'll use the crossbow a little more because, to be honest, the shield is great and all, but it's mostly for boss fights, and this is a great way to increase your damage output without getting yourself stuck in danger. Also try to destroy all of these little guys as soon as you see them. Because sometimes they'll have Art of War or whatever it's called, Ashes. Ashes of War while strike, see? They have skills. I will say that that was unfair. If you're wondering what that is, that's the ballista. I think someone summoned the entire horde on me. And yeah. Beautiful open world. You get stuck in all of the stupid things that are between you and the enemy. This is why a lot of the items and a lot of the spells are... Basically a big portion of the game is unplayable because you get stuck in stupid things like that. How are you supposed to fight them? You're only supposed to take the center of the road, you're only supposed to... I don't know. I'll just adjust to everything I see because right now I'm seeing a lot of problems with the game that nobody addresses. Everyone thinks it will be perfect if they solve the FPS problems. I don't. I think it's almost trash because you barely use the stuff you get, and it's not because the stuff you get is bad. I like the crossbow, it's not that bad. It's just that you have to cheese everything you see, otherwise it will not work. I think this is how I did it the first time. Yeah, just let the ballista kill them for you. You might get a little burned, you might get a little crispy, but it's not the worst thing that can happen. Oh, so that's where the guy with the horn is. I was not able to find him the last time I played and reached the ballista. Why are you looking at me like that? I died again. Yeah, it's such a hard game to get used to, I don't know. It's just the mechanics that are bad, it's not the game itself. They could have simply made it so that you don't get locked into the animation so easy. They could have made it so that the enemy actually needs the space to hit you. They could have made it so the enemy needs to aim around their own kind to hit you, I don't know. Let's play it perfectly this time. Enough fooling around, enough joking and stuff like that. Let's just play it to the best of our ability. And pretend this is okay. Will it fire at me? Yeah, it did fire from point blank. No more stun locking myself into the stupid character lock on. See, you can hit two enemies at the same time. If you don't reduce yourself using the lock-on system. You can actually retreat. Yeah, good luck. I also find it's terribly unfair that the enemy can move faster than you can. I mean, they can parry and attack faster than you. Parry, block. They can drop smiting stone, that's interesting, I never knew. We have reached the entrance of the castle, at least one of them. Huh, so you can really destroy it. I guess it will not show up the next time I come over here. Bolts, that's the last thing I need. Seek the light. Guess we can rest very easy over here. Also, I guess I can play a little more, even though it's kind of late and I don't want to make the video super long. Especially when I'm having fun. Yeah, this is the view I wanted to show you. I feel right at home. The wind, the birds, the huge castle. This castle looks like it was made for a vampire lord from Vampire Hunter D. I guess someone wants to tell us a speech.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Are you a monkey or a monkey demon? Is that potatoes growing out of your head? Do you have the non-heretical number of arms and legs here? He's almost human.
Must extinguish thy flame.
Except for the horrible mutations.
Let it be Margit the Fell.
Oh. So this is what you use the Margit things. Okay. I have to play off camera, get the Margit thing and use it on him. Maybe it will change something. It's not such a hard boss. Oh yeah, he's definitely heretical with that tail. Okay, let me just show you that he's not so bad and you can probably easy spank him with your little wolf brigade. I'm still not sure how to make that critical attack.
Passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
I guess trying to dodge that is silly. Hey, he's not so bad. I just have to go and buy that thing from Patches.
Put these foolish ambitions to rest.
See, next time... Actually, let me see where I respawn, because apparently this is one of the blockers that will inhibit your progress or stop your progress very, very badly. Guess you'll spawn exactly before the fight, so... I guess it's a good place to farm since you'll be fighting those guys from... Okay, let's just do that for fun. Imagine that attacking those guys from their flank. So the guy with the catapult will be backstabbed. You won't know what hit him. Too bad you cannot use the catapult. Yeah, this will be fun. I guess this is my road now. Let's kill one more for the fun. I mean, once you catch them in the combo without their shields up, they're gunners. Oh wait, that was my bad, I stopped attacking. And that's an attack I cannot interrupt. Oh, what? Oh, that was funny. I turned my back on him and he stabbed me like he was pretty fun one. Anyway, see you next time. I'm kind of getting the ropes of the game and I understand what I have to do, and I have some basic knowledge of the things the game requires me to do. But this will probably be the first real boss fight we'll do. It's not such a hard boss fight. I think it's more related to the fact that you need to learn his movement and the fact that you're so locked onto his... I mean, if you attack like this, that's it. You cannot do anything. That's almost 1 second of being stun locked. So I have to figure out... Of course, people don't really use the shield, but again, I have to lower my weight a little more. I don't know. It's a lot of things I have to think about. See you next time. Bye.